South Carolina with one of our family members or whatever, that slowed down a little bit because you don't like to always impose on other people with 2 kids. Especially a toddler and an infant. Now, we're to the age now where they're both at pretty independent ages. So, we don't have to always worry about them being, I won't call it a burden, but, you know, the youngest is old enough now to feed herself. She's not on a bottle. Nobody has to make formula and all that kind of stuff. So, sending them to someone else is not as, you know, cumbersome as it was before.
Right.
So we're kind of getting back to that stage.
Okay. I got to interrupt you for a second because this is probably about the time we got to interject a commercial or something like that. So let me just put this out here.
Yes, please.
While we're on the topic.
Yes.
Smash Mouth has a new show coming out. It's called Hey Love.
Okay. Tell me about it.
It's going to debut next week, on the 18th. No, 2 weeks from today. On the 18th, on a Monday, after us. So it's going to be on from 8 to 9. It's called Hey Love. Slow jam.
I'm about to say, give them a little definition of Hey Love.
It's going to be some slow jam. So that's why it'll come, you know, right behind what we're talking about tonight. And probably what we'll be talking about all month since it is the month of love.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it is. So it's going to be various DJs from the Smash Mouth family. So it's going to be DJ Ricky Smith, Nagai, Love Deluxe, everybody. You might even catch us on there one week. But you never know. You never know. You never know.
And we like music.
We do.
Love us.
We do. You're married to music.
I am married to music.
You're married to music.
Yes, I have no choice.
Yeah. Mine likes to play it at the top of, you know.
We digest it daily. So,
you just never know.
So
but
again,
it's called Hey Love.
And that's going to come
Mondays from 8 to 9. And it's going to replay on Saturdays from 11 to midnight.
Awesome.
So that's prime Hey Loving hours.
Exactly,
right
exactly.
Prime loving hours.
If you can get away from them kids.
Yes. But if you miss that, make sure you catch us on Mondays from 7 to 8. I was going to say 7 to 11.
That won't be me.
No, ma'am. You can catch us from 7 to 8 on Mondays. Right here on Smash Mouth FM, Mixlr, TuneIn Radio app, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or you can ask Alexa to play us on Smash Mouth FM, and she'll do it.
We're somewhere else too. Did you say SoundCloud?
SoundCloud. I think it's not on my list. I forgot.
SoundCloud too, y'all, and go and subscribe.
They just came out my account yesterday.
Yes. Subscribe. We love your support, but we can only make this movement work if, you know, y'all in the movement with us. So please join the community.
So yeah, subscribe, order merch from us. We got these lovely t-shirts.
Yeah, if you're watching us, if you see pictures of us, then one of us tonight has on the shirt.
Yes, but we posted a couple of weeks ago. We had some fans put it on. My grandma got her shirt.
See?
As soon as I get a picture of that, we're going to get that posted for y'all. Because she's on Mommy Off Duty.
Yes. When you got kids in their, 50s, you off duty.
60s.
You off duty.
You off duty.
You've earned that.
She's earned that one.
And as always, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at Mommies Off Duty. Catch up on show updates, recipes, mom tips, life hacks, anything, so a little bit of motivation. Follow us there and, interact with us a little bit.
Yeah. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, and we'll reply.
That's it.
All right. Getting back to the show.
So committing to, like I was saying, my husband and I would commit to at least spending overnight together by ourselves without the child. And aka the kids now. And we fell off of that. We fell off of that a lot. We still try to dedicate enough time to each other each week that we don't just completely disintegrate, but it's hard.
It is so hard.
It's really hard. And I don't want to be no cliche and like, oh, it's so hard, I'm tired, I've been with the kids all day, I've been to work all day. I don't like to be that person. But that is really what it's about.
Turns out it's real.
It is really, burnout is real.
It is. And we're on opposite schedules. So, my husband's off at the beginning of the week. Whereas, I'm working. But then I'm off on the weekend. So I am actually home with the kids all weekend. So by the time he gets off on Sunday, I am running out the door like, here you go.
Yeah.
You know, I'm throwing babies at him because I need a minute to myself just to kind of collect my brain, you know, hear nothing. I don't want to hear anybody's cartoon. I don't hear, Mommy, Mommy. The little one screaming at me. You know, it's just so much. But then I still got to balance time for him as well, because it's not his fault that he's had to work all week. That's just what
we
our lives require. You know, adulting sucks.
Yeah, it really does. So the other thing that I want to do is, what other thing we like to do is just kind of talk about like what we're doing in the next 5 years. Like really get into like the conversations of, okay, now this works for now. But in 5 years, we'll have a 10-year-old. We'll have a 7-year-old. We either need to be in another house. We need to stay in this school district. Like, we start talking about our dreams, but in a fantasy type way. Not fantasy like it can't be achieved, but like just planning. Like, okay, we've done this much. We didn't even think we could make it this far. Now, what do you think what we can do in 5 years if we put this, and this in place? Well, and he gets excited about stuff like that.
Really?
Yes, because he's a planner. He's an extreme planner.
See, I'm not a planner. Like, you know, I just like to do things just as it happens or whatever. But I think, you know, I guess my husband kind of does like to plan as well. And it sometimes it does annoy me because I'm like, I don't know, let's just do it. Let's just, once I talk about it, I'm just ready to do it.
But you can't just put it in action like that. You got to plan.
I know.
There has to be money saved and that kind of stuff.
And that's where we get off tangent, because once we start discussing, like, okay, we're thinking about making career changes, you know, he's thinking about it, and then he's like, well, how are we going to pay for this? I was like, I don't know, we'll just pay for it. That's my response.
But that's me, too. Like, it'll get done. It got done this far.
Yeah.
Like, 10 years ago, I never imagined that, not that we're living any type of lavish life or anything like that, but I didn't imagine that we could afford the things we have now. And this is just really the basics, just having, you know, cars and a place to stay and stuff like that. I didn't even think that this was attainable.
Yeah, because I can tell you right now, when I think about what we're paying every month now, 5 years ago, just 5, not even the 10.
Even 5.
Just the 5 years ago, I was just like, you paying how much for rent?
That's how I was.
Your mortgage is what?
Yeah. And now it's like, oh, that's a deal. Lock it in.
I ain't saying
Can I get a 2-year lease?
I ain't saying it's a deal.
But I'm saying, like, if you get someplace where you ain't got to worry about, you know, them busting in the door and the SWAT team outside getting your neighbor, you living pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, and I do like where we are living. I mean, it's just one of the best school districts in the state. You know, the teachers are awesome. The curriculum is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, in my commute, I can't beat my commute.
No, you can't.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm 4.5 miles from the office, and that includes me dropping 3 children off every morning.
Right.
So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. So, we like to talk about what to do. And there's always to talk about, will we be here? You think we're going to move back to South Carolina and that kind of stuff?
Girl.
Which typically the answer is no.
We did that last year.
Because we're pretty content where we are. But he likes to plan stuff like that because he starts to get into the idea of, we can do it. It's attainable. Like, it's only a matter of just planning and saving and getting it done. And then you look back and be like, wow, we did that too. So he likes to talk about stuff. Like, he does get hype about those things.
That's good. I like it when the men folk get hype about stuff.
Oh, yeah. He's good. He's good for a good conversation like that.
He's good people. We enjoyed him last night.
And so then the other thing is, how are you maintaining your friendships? When they damn near gone. I'm not no negative way, but you run out of time to be a friend.
You do. I have,
you know, a majority of our friends, we all live in different places, but we try to connect every day. Like, I guess I can say I've been extremely lucky. And basically, my core friends have been the same set of friends since I was like 13 years old. Am I lying? Like, my core friends, the ones that no matter what, through fights or disagreements, even if you disconnect for a while, my core friends have been the same group of friends since my freshman year of high school.
That's about right.
And, you know, of course, I've made friends along the way in college and through work and things like that. And, you know, some of that kind of falls to the wayside. But even then, along the way, I've gained some really good friends. But maintaining those friendships have been hard.
Yeah.
Because you grow up. Like, you think about the person you are in high school and then who you are now. Basically, we're the same people, but sometimes people's core values change.
But you know what?
Even with that, we good.
You know what I was going to say? Just to kind of bring it back to what we were talking about before, just think, the dudes we was crushing on in high school, we still married to them dudes now.
Yeah. it really was full circle. It really was full circle.
Like, I remember, he's going to kill me, but I remember crushing on Juan, where we were probably like, maybe the end of middle school. I know in high school, and he would be jogging. He hated when I tell the story. Like, he would be jogging because he played football.
Jogging?
Girl, yeah. Running or whatever.
Yeah. Getting his fitness in.
Yeah. And he'd be running down the hill or whatever. And me and my cousin B would be sitting on the back of my daddy's truck like, here he come, girl. He finna come.
For real?
Girl, yeah. Because he'd be all the time. But he was so oblivious to everything. He never even caught on.
Why do you think he was oblivious?
He just never caught on. He said it just never clicked to him that anybody was really interested in him like that. And we was like, dude, everybody was crushing on you.
For real?
Yes, quite a few. Remember the girl with the purple eye, the purple contacts?
I think, but I can't tell you what else I know about her. But yeah,
yes.
Well, let me see. I've known my husband since the summer before our senior year in high school. Yeah, my God. Wait, in 96.
Yeah.
Since 1996, I've known my husband. And a majority of that time, been in some form of relationship.
Some form.
It could have been an oblong relationship. Sometimes it was a square.
What are you saying?
Sometimes it was an X. I don't know. But since then, we have been in some form of relationship. And yeah, so
we love these dudes.
Full circle is right, because it was a long, bumpy, curvy road. But yeah, it's good time. So the fact that and that also scares me too. That is another part of my anxiety, is I've known you for so long. What am I going to do to maintain this? Like, why would you still want to be around? And this is my own insecurity. Why would you still want to be around me after this long?
I don't know. Just break up like we did for a while and then get back together.
Well, that's been done.
Not as long as we broke up. We broke up in 2004.
Not as long, no.
Yeah.
But, it's been had its challenges. But I often think about, and I shared this with you and our other friend last night, is there's the fear that you be together so long that you just grow out of that. But then,
you know what? I think we're going to run out of time because we only got 18 minutes left. So this is something we can continue, next week as well. But I think you do fall out of love, but you fall back in it as well. Like,
while you're still in the same
marriage. Yeah. I don't think, and I think it's unreasonable to expect to be in love with the same person every day for the rest of my life. It's going to be some days that I feel...
You're a special character, though.
No. I mean, in terms of... It's going to be some days where, dude, I'm not in love with you.
I hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still respect you. I love you still.
And we're a unit, and we're going to
work this out. Yeah. But I might not be in love with you today. But give me some time. Give me a minute. Let's go through this. And we're going to fall back in.
Because I was telling you last night, it would take a lot to just say, I'm done. Like, it would take so much after... getting married, having kids, like living how we live now. We are like, you don't know one without the other. Yeah. In a lot of cases, you know one, you know the other.
Y'all are the same. Y'all are.
We really are, and so. I mean, and there are some deal breakers. Absolutely, there are deal breakers. I ain't no fool.
What's a deal breaker?
Oh, how adult we getting tonight? We going there?
I'm just asking, just give me an example of one.
Having a child outside of this marriage. And I will say this. Now, some people will say I'm a fool. Now, I'm not accepting anybody cheating on me. That's not what I'm saying. But if something were to happen and it resulted in another child, I'm out. I mean, I don't share well, and you know that.
I mean, and I'm not making judgment or anything like that. I just remember some old women I used to work with a long time ago. And one thing I remember, she always